Yes. Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak on 5th December 2020, which is basically a YouTube live, I would like to share what exactly is happening in the market nowadays. As we clearly understand that markets are extremely volatile in nature, in the sense like we are having a lot of news about vaccine, but still the gold is above 1840, which precisely means that gold is unrelented in nature. He is not in a will to come down. Maybe God knows sooner or later the gold will come down. If you look at commodities, especially oil, we will get to know that oil also is around 48 to 49, which means that very soon it would be touching 50 also. Precisely speaking, if oil will touch 50, then there are probable chances that oil will come to 60 as well. But at the same point of time, multiple oil companies of the globe like Exxon and all, they are, I think, losing a lot, and many more oil companies are raising a huge amount of money. So, till what extent this optimism will continue, we really do not know. Equity markets across the globe are trying really hard, to be honest, but most importantly, it is not easy for them also, because the reason is that equity markets are like take an example of the Indian equity markets. Indian equity markets are, I would say, as of now, is highly expensive in Asia. Like Bank Nifty is around 30,000, Nifty is around 13,200, and Sensex is very close to 45,000. I might not be surprised, maybe by end of next week, these all three indices will go further up. So we need to be very careful. At the same point of time, there is a golden rule in the market, which is that never buy when the market is extremely high. If the market is extremely high and you are buying, it means that you are set to lose. Another important thing is definitely the IPO. IPO, which is currently we are having Burger King IPO and more IPOs, which are coming in 2021. According to the market statistics, that by March 2021, more than 10 to 12 different IPOs of so-called unicorns in India will come. I'm sure that they will definitely get hype, and once they will get hype, the people will invest. So choice is yours. You have to invest or not, but plus make sure that the intrinsic value of that particular stock. So before investing in any IPO, whether it is Indian IPO or any other IPO, just make sure that the intrinsic value has to be in sync. If intrinsic value is in sync, then you can definitely go ahead and invest. Another important thing we need to consider is that, considering the most expensive equity markets we have across the globe as of now, majority of the stocks are well above the intrinsic value. They have they have came well above the intrinsic value, which means that nowadays talking about intrinsic value is something very difficult. So you will get, I think, if there are around 5,000 plus listed stocks in both NSE and BSE, I think the not more than 100 to 200 are closer to intrinsic value. Rest all are way above their intrinsic value. Probably, as the time will move, we will see that these 100 and 200 will also lose their intrinsic value and they will go above. So one has to be very careful. I think about penny stocks, the one important thing which is happening, that in penny stocks also there is a big hype. Now, what is that hype is very simple. Now, this hype is, we are buying or selling penny stock based upon that it will go there or it will go there. Guys, before we invest in penny stock, we need to do the holistic research. Example, we need to look at the research of, I would say, we need to look at the research, we need to look at the financial statement, we need to look at the profitability, we need to look at the business model, and we need to see that whether these things are really possible for the stock to grow or not. I know that if you open internet or Google or any other, there are multiple websites who claim that this stock will go 40 times, this stock will go 50 times in 2 years, 3 years. I really don't know how come they can claim that this stock even go to 40 times, because no one knows how the market will move. Today, Bank Nifty is 30,000. God knows anything wrong happen. Tomorrow, Bank Nifty will come down to 28,000. Maybe day after this, it will come down to 25,000. We really do not know. Like, we need to understand that the coronavirus situation has not yet resolved as of now. So we need to be very, very careful. Commodities are highly volatile in nature. So please be careful. And especially gold and silver, they are not relenting. And by the time they are not relenting, it is really difficult for us to trade in both. So we need to be very, very careful in that regards. This is what I would say our outlook, and I feel that market would be very, very volatile. And please do not forget that 19th December, 19th January 2021, when Joe Biden would be officially taking care as President of United States of America. And then the geopolitical volatility, which is not the seen now, will grow. And once the geopolitical volatility will grow, rest you all know what would happen. So choice is definitely yours. We need to, I would say, we really need to think in different directions, and we need to be very, very careful. And market is very expensive, and I really don't think that in an expensive market one should take. I think this is the market when we need to hold and we need to wait and have patience, because whatever we would be buying, this would be expensive, and we need to wait a lot to reach to profitability. That is what I really wish to convey. If you have any questions, we have another 5 to 7 minutes. You can ask your questions, and then we will wind it up. I'll try to have live YouTube sessions on Sunday, on Saturday, Sunday. Let me try. If you have any questions, you can ask, and then else I quit. Any questions? Okay. Thank you very much. And in case you have any questions, you can mention in the comments. We will try and answer it. Let me have some time for live streaming also. Let me see in case I can come online to do the live streaming. Thank you. Thank you, sir. We continue to update the investors. We know that there are many websites in the market or many speakers in the market, those who claim that they generate 10 times 20 times. I don't know how come they can say that, but one thing which has to be very clear, that in the today's market, guaranteed returns is something which is impossible, and we have to really work. Market can go in either direction. I'm telling you that it's not easy, because even after vaccine news, the gold not retreated. And since gold not retreated, that is the biggest worry for me. I was expecting to gold to retreat to 1750, but somehow gold, it is like gold is like 1850 more or less now. And I think that if gold not retreated, then it would be a big mess. I'm telling you, it means that gold is not ready to accept the vaccine. And in fact, there are many issues which are happening in Sweden also, but unfortunately, the media is not highlighting that. So we really need to be very, very careful. And I think that that's really very important. I think markets are on the edge. Since markets are on the edge, so we really need to be very alert. We need to be very vigilant, and we need to be very, very careful, because the chances of losing is really, really very high. So I don't recommend anyone to buy now. I think we need to seriously need to wait a lot, and more importantly, we need to do as maximum as research is possible. I think research is the most important thing, and that I don't have any political views because I generally keep myself away from political. But I think India is a country of stability. We have a stable government in center with maturity. So I think politically speaking, India is not at the wrong side of the curve. But yes, uh, 19th January 2021, the new US president is coming. Donald Trump is going. So we really need to see that how exactly the new political scenario will shape up. But yes, one thing which is really sure is that it will not be very easy for Joe Biden also to run the show, because whatever you communicate in your election rallies, to be honest, it is not how the country works, to be honest. And China is a big factor. I have explained, I have shown my reservation many times in my YouTube videos. Federal Reserve is another factor. Zero rate of Federal Reserve is another factor. There are many critical issues that we have nowadays, and I think that these critical issues really matter. And I'm telling you that if there are probabilities, and I feel so, that Joe Biden may end up as a not as strict president compared to what Trump was, to be honest. But if this happens, or if this apprehension turn true, then geopolitical issues will take up across the globe. And I'm telling you that if geopolitical issues take up, probably from 2021, market would be extremely volatile in nature. Extremely volatile in nature. And once market would be extremely volatile, it would be a very difficult scenario for anyone to take positions in the market. I'm telling you that because we have seen this in 2014, 2015, 2016, that due to geopolitical issues, market were on the edge. Probably in 2021 also, but we need to wait and watch. So confirming anything nowadays is really difficult. Anyways, we our desk is keeping an eye on that, and we are in views that 2021 would be a very challenging year as far as the geopolitical issues are concerned. Of course, environment is one factor which is somehow taking up, and countries across the globe are serious on environment. And let's see, but but it won't be very easy, I'm telling you. Even on the commodity front also, it will not be a one side game anymore in 2021. Like, don't expect it to be a one side game. There are many people on social media, with due respect, they are expecting one side, but I don't expect. Anyways, any other question do you have? Any other question you would like to check? I think this rally will continue, sir. This rally will continue probably by the time the new US president is coming and he will give in writing about the tax policies. Probably I will not be surprised that this rally will continue by even till end of January. I will not be surprised. Derivative trading videos are, it's a trading course that is already live, and it is already given to the members, those who opted for it. Apart from that, there are so many videos which are available in on our YouTube channel. And about bitcoins and all, I have already started speaking that our crypto desk is in public domain, and we have already shot one video about the crypto desk, which is institutionalization of crypto. Today, also, I am going to be speaking about crypto, which is payment gateway of crypto. And as I told you that in 2021, Treasury Consulting Learning Arm, Sheetal Academy would be very active. So we would be sharing lots and lots. I really don't think so that Indian banks are ready with LIBOR transition. Indian banks are not even ready as far as their IT architecture is concerned. You can see that what is happening. But I don't think that in Southeast Asia, except Singaporean banks, to an extent Australian banks, they are ready. But yes, to be honest, LIBOR transition is something which is going to take place, and I feel that LIBOR transition will definitely happen. There is no point that LIBOR transition will not happen, and this would be the biggest opportunity for the young people to came forward and accept that. But I'm sure that, with due respect, I have hardly seen any young gun who is ready to take this challenge, because people don't have any focus. Our focus is always on Nifty, Bank Nifty, political news, who, which political party is doing what, and so on and so forth. Our focus is not on the LIBOR transition, what is happening in crypto market, what is happening in the investment bank market, and all these. Our focus is always on those things which are really not important. I think, as I have already said, that 19th January, the new US president is coming. And by the time he is not giving in writing about his tax policies, this rally would continue. But let me assure you one thing: if this new US president will, uh, you know, agree to what the US banks say and about not to hike the tax rate or keep the same what Donald Trump left with, I think that this rally will stop. But having said that, uh, if Joe Biden will continue that no, I'm going to hike the tax, so on and so forth, then you expect a very big money to be entering into the emerging markets, very big money, and this money which is heading to emerging markets may take emerging markets to the most expensive, including India. So it's completely dependent upon how Biden takes up. 19th, he is taking as a president, United States of America, and I really don't know after 19th as how quickly he will share his views on the tax policies. Maybe 20th, maybe 21st, maybe in February, maybe in March. We really do not know, but we need to keep an eye. My views on CMS, PW, and client. I'm sorry, I don't know what is CMS, PW, and clients. I have not heard this. Please clarify. What is your question? Okay, any other question? Treasury is a C. Treasury is future. No country of the globe, no bank of the globe, can learn, can move without treasury. Whether it is Goldman, JP, Standard Chartered, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche, anyone. In fact, to be honest, these banks are investing heavily in their treasury architecture. They are moving online. And I have already shot a video on the YouTube channel that in the last 6 years, more than 500,000, which is about 500,000 jobs already lost in the banking. And this is only Europe and US data. God knows how many in India, Australia, Singapore, which is Southeast Asia. We do not have any data, so no comment. But we can make a guess that it's really a big number, to be honest. But unfortunately, when it comes to treasury, many people in the globe are thinking treasury like an obsolete system. Like, consider India, for example. I have hardly seen anyone asking me any treasury related question. People have no focus on treasury. That is the problem. We are chasing degrees, we are chasing certificates, we are chasing a piece of paper to whom I can say as a certificate. We are not chasing knowledge. Our intention is not to become a big bank. Our intention is not to become, I would say, somebody who understand treasury very well, to be a treasury expert, to change the world. No, we are chasing degrees and certifications. Since we are chasing degrees and certifications, we end up as a loser. That is for sure. I'm telling you. And this is the only reason that I have hardly seen any course in, not only in India, but also in Singapore, who is really interested in teaching treasury in detail. Because they also know that people are chasing certifications. There is hardly any evidence of corona on Indian private banks. But when it comes to evidence, that doesn't mean that there is no impact, right? Because India is a great market whereby hiding facts is really very easy. It looked like that Corona having more or less no impact on the Indian private sector banks, but the reality is far different. Just like Axis Bank gave a statement few days ago, and I think this is the first time I have heard any Indian private bank to who gave a right statement. He's right that when all these moratoriums and everything will go away, then the non-performing asset would be like well above the curve. He is definitely right. He's not wrong. But the point is very clear that it is Axis Bank who gave the statement. I'm sure ICICI, HDFC, and any other bank will not give the statement. They will try to pretend that everything is good. There's nothing wrong. And this is one of the reasons. So today we do not have a single line of data who can confirm me that this is the mess which is created because of the coronavirus. Like we are having substantial data in US, Europe, Australia, Singapore, and all. But when it comes to India, we have no data. And since we do not have any data, so people tend to believe that everything is good. That's why. Okay, I have time only to take two more questions. Can I have second last question, please? If I am the finance minister of India for one day, then my decision would be historical in nature, which I cannot tell, but let me assure you it would impact all 130 crore people and in a positive way. That's my assurance. But I really don't wish to be the Prime Minister of India, Finance Minister of India. I love to work for my company, and I think that I have a lot to do in another 2 years. And thankfully, you people are liking our videos. The one thing which I always take before I slept every day is that my videos are changing the people, they are changing the outlook of the people, they are changing the way people used to think, and they are innovating young guns, those who are always closer to me, that, you know, how to take the life in a very different direction. If you have any questions about our programs, you can definitely WhatsApp on our back office number 9818485155. 9818485155. With this, I would like to. No, I don't think that. See, Deutsche Bank, I think you are having half information about Deutsche Bank. For first, me correct you. Deutsche Bank has increased their outlook for investment bank, but they have cut outlook for multiple divisions of the bank. Because I don't think they are wrong. Because in 2021, assuming coronavirus go away, then there would be hell lot of IPOs that are pending. The so-called unicorns and many other companies will hit the markets, to be honest. So Deutsche Bank has raised the outlook for investment banking just like any other US bank, but they have cut outlook for many other different functions of their bank. So this is one thing. And they're also cutting job. So we need to look each and everything in a very holistic way, which unfortunately we never look. We look it from a bird eye view and we always tend to lose. Now, the last question for the day, is it right time to invest? I really don't think so, sir. Market is expensive. I think more than expensive, to be honest. Since market is more than expensive, I really don't think that it is a right time to invest. Because if you invest in this market, then the chance of losing is much higher than chance of gaining. Because example, I buy any stock, any banking stock at 900 or 1000, how long it will be at 1000? That is really a big question. And assuming I'm buying a banking stock at 1000, I'm expecting it to go to 1200 or 1300 or 1400. Look at the fundamentals of Indian banking. Do you even expect that that this stock will go to 1200, 1300, 1400? No ways. So what is the point of buying now? And more importantly, one has to be very clear that every time we cannot buy in the market. Its market is like a test match. Sometimes you have to play for a draw, and sometimes you have to play to win. I think nowadays we have to play to draw, not to win. But if anyone is there who believes that he or she needs to play for a win, please go ahead. I don't think so. It is completely your call. No, I don't think that IB sector is a right way of diversification. I think that diversification is a very ambiguous term which is often used, uh, which is often used. The right diversification or right diversified portfolio is when your portfolio is having beta close to zero point 0.5. Simple. If it is not zero point 0.5, or if it is closer to zero point 0.8, then it means mess is very closer to us. The portfolio has to be closer to zero point 0.5, maximum zero point 0.6. If it is greater than zero point 0.6, then I'm really very, very, very sorry for that. To answer, I have made many videos about corporate finance, financial markets, trading. You people are not watching, that is not our problem. The question is that people expecting spoon feeding. I'm sorry. Yes, I love young guns, and I always love answering them, spending my time answering them, unlike the other media channels who are always loving them, who are always distracting them. But I have shot enough videos. I think the bad person needs to see video by video. I'm sorry, spoon feeding is something which is not possible, to be honest. By the way, thank you very much, and I hope that every weekend or maybe public holiday in India or Singapore, we can continue to have YouTube sessions. I hope you like it. Before we close, Treasury Consulting Learning Hub Sheetal Academy launched many courses, and if you wish to have any information, you can definitely WhatsApp as 9818485155. Have a great time, sir. Just to answer your last question, Nikhil Arora, sir, that before you ask me one question, I am always asking finance is a big word. In which part of finance you wanted to go? Treasury, foreign exchange, investment banking, merchant banking, credit appraisals, credit derivatives, I would say commodities, everything is finance. I don't know why people say finance. Investment banking is completely died now. That is, and investment banking requires very excellent understanding of everything. Our investment banking desk already shot one course, which is basics of investment banking. Right? There is nothing known as forex. It is foreign exchange. So all those great intelligent people, those who are especially in India, those who are using forex, it's a cheap word. The right word is foreign exchange. That is, which is FX. Forex, I don't know the name of an intelligent person who gave this. So investment banking practically is died. Like in this pandemic, Goldman Sachs launched their own investment banking app, and multiple different banks launched their own apps. And I don't think they are wrong. They are definitely right because they need to run the show. That's very important for them. But we really need to understand one thing. Are we competent enough to be an investment banker? Example, the most important thing in the investment banking, which never die, even in 2030, it will never die, and which is it will never die, and which is definitely valuation. Do we understand valuation? I really don't think we get valuation. We hardly works on valuation. We hardly spare time on valuation. I'm telling you, we are chasing degrees and certificates. And since we are chasing degrees and certificates, majority of the young people are distracted. On paper, everyone is having 2 to 3 certificates. But reality, hardly anyone having knowledge. Everyone is saying, I did this certificate from this university, I did this certificate from this university, I got this certificate, I got 95% marks, I am a Falana registered person, I am this registered person. But if you ask knowledge, then he or she do not have knowledge. Because people are chasing, a book has been provided, people are just grabbing the book, giving the exams, get the certificates, thank you, job done, forget the knowledge. And that is the reason why the unemployment is very high in the Southeast Asia. While if you look at the things in US, rather than chasing certificates, they are chasing the knowledge. And that is one of the reason why US banking system is still the number one in the world, because they are chasing knowledge. They are not chasing certificates. But we are really kind enough to chase certificates. I am CFA, I am CPA, I am CA, I have this diploma, I have this diploma. Where is the knowledge? Sorry. Standard answer, this was not part of our course. Life is course. Simple. That is why our YouTube channel do not have millions of users, because we never do certifications. We always disregard the certifications. And I really, it do not bother me even if the subscriber count do not grow, because I will not chase the certifications, because I know one thing, that Apple, Microsoft, HP, Oracle, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and all such big giants, to whom I not mentioned with respect or in the interest of time, they were not having any certifications. Majority of the founding members of these corporates, they were either school dropout or college dropout. But end result, where are they? Look at Indian startups, big companies, loss making. Look at US startups, big companies, profit making. Why? They chase knowledge. That's the problem. Thank you very much, and have a great time. In case you have any question, you can WhatsApp on our back office number 9818485155. Thank you very much. Have a great time.